Hi everybody, this is Colin at the office. I wanted to take a few minutes today to go over a step-by-step process with you for how to send a home valuation out through BombBomb. We've been talking about this a bit in the office lately and how everybody seems to be having a lot of success with this strategy in the market right now. So today we're going to go through the process of how to actually do this. So before we get started, you're going to need a few different things. The first thing you're going to need is an active BombBomb subscription. This isn't going to work if you are not a BombBomb subscriber, so that's a must. The other thing that you're going to need is either a PC, a desktop, or a Mac. Or you can have a laptop as well. A Surface would work, as would a Surface Pro. What is not going to work here is either a tablet or a phone. Unfortunately, those aren't going to work for this purpose. The other thing that we're going to need is access to your email and access to the MLS. So we are going to get started today, and we're going to go through 3 steps here. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to find the comps that we're going to send to our client. The next thing we're going to do is record our BombBomb video. And the last thing we're going to do is compose the email and actually get it sent out. So let's get rolling. Okay, everybody. So like I said, the first thing we need to do is find our comps. So I've got a search up here in the MLS, and it's for actives, pendings, and solds, pending and sold for the past 60 days, in area 340 in Fairwood and Fairwood Greens. Prices between $450,000 and $500,000. It's not entirely important what area we do here, just that we have a search that's ready to go. As you can see, we have about 16 matches. I'm going to hit the search button at the bottom of the screen here, and this is going to show us our listings. We've got a few properties here that are active. Scrolling down, I can see we also have some pendings, and further down we have some solds. So I'm just going to go ahead and select all of these by hitting the All button at the top. And then down at the bottom of the screen here, I'm going to press the Email button. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to email these listings to myself. I know that seems a little weird, but trust me, this will make sense in a minute. We're going to be doing this so that we can get a link from the MLS that we can send to our clients. So I'm going to put my email address in the To field up here. In the subject line, I'm just going to put something that's going to make sense for me. If I'm doing this home valuation for The Simpsons, I'm going to put in Simpson home valuation. And I'm just going to type in something simple. This is just for me. The clients won't ever see it. Doesn't even matter if I spell it right. Once I have it all set to go, I hit send at the bottom. And in just a couple minutes, I'm going to be getting an email from me at the MLS to myself. I can go back here and check, and it should be here in just a second. Okay, as you can see, that email has come in. I click on it, and I've got a link in here, and this is going to be an important link. This is what we're actually going to email our clients when we send them the comps. If we click on it, we can see that we get a map view here from the MLS that shows a map of all the listings, and I can scroll down the sides here and look at the individual properties along with scrolling through the pictures here. So this was step 1. We have to get this link, so we're going to need to hang on to that because we're going to be using that later on. Next step, we need to actually record our video. Okay, so I've gone ahead and logged in to BombBomb here, and this is the dashboard. Up at the toolbar on the top, we have a link for videos, and this is where we're going to go to actually start recording our video. So we're going to click on this. This here will show me all the videos I have available that I've already recorded, but we're actually going to be recording a new video. So I'm going to click New Video right here. And the first thing I need to do here is title the video. If you've never been to this page before, you might see a drop-down come in this area of the screen that says, is it okay if this website accesses your microphone and video camera? In this case, yes, we are going to say that that is okay. Here for the video title, I'm going to put something that's going to make this memorable for me. So I'm going to put my client's name, in this case, The Simpsons. And I'm going to put in the date that I'm recording the video here. Today is the 27th, so I'll go ahead and put that in. This will help me remember the last time I sent them a home valuation. So if this is something that you want to do on a regular basis, it's a good idea to include dates in here so that you know when you did this. Our next step is going to be to record a live video. So to do that, we're going to click on the record a video link here. And you will see me in camera here. This isn't actually where we're going to record the video. We're going to record the video in a different spot. To get there, we're going to click on this cross in the middle of this white box here. When we do that, it's going to open a new window. And if you've never done this before, it's going to ask you to download some software. You can do that by clicking this link that says download and install bombbombinstaller.exe. Go ahead and run and install that and you'll be just fine. If you've already done it, then we click this blue box up here that says open URL BombBomb. And what that is going to do is launch what's called the BombBomb screen recorder. So you can see that we have the screen is framed right here and the video of me is down in the corner in the bottom. I'm going to minimize this a little bit. You can click the orange button up here and it'll make it a little bit easier to use. Now, what will happen here is that when I hit start recording, it's going to record whatever's on my screen, and then I'm going to be down here in this little circle. If I want, I can move the circle around a little bit. So if I don't want it down in the bottom left corner, I can move it to the top right corner. Or I can move it to the top left. I'm going to keep it down here in the bottom left. And we're just about ready to record the video. I'm going to adjust the camera here to make sure that everything lines up for me. Make sure that I'm in frame and everything looks good. I might adjust the lighting if things look too dark. Just make yourself look good here. This should only take a couple minutes. You don't have to apply too much makeup. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on my screen. I'm going to go back to my email and I'm going to click on that link that we got from the MLS. I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to have this up on my screen while I am recording my video. And what I'll do is I'll go through, I will record the video, and then I will do this as I am talking to my clients. So I'm going to be describing to them the properties that are available, what I'm sending them, things like that. You want to keep the video pretty short. I'd say between 45 and 60 seconds. You really don't want to go over a minute. People start losing patience and kind of just, they don't have the attention span for it, unfortunately. When you're recording your video, a few tips. Number one, it's okay to do multiple takes. If you mess up, start over. Have some notes down for you to be able to follow, but don't be reading a script. The other thing is, if it's important to look at the camera from time to time. When you look at the camera, it's like you're looking at your client, not at your screen. If you look at your screen, you're just looking down and away and nobody really knows where you're looking. But you actually have to look at the camera in order to make eye contact with them. If you want, one thing that I've done is that you can put a little post-it note next to your camera so that when you're reading your little bullet points there of things you want to make sure that you talk about, you're actually looking at the camera in order to be able to do that. Lets you make eye contact. It makes it a little bit more intimate, like you're actually talking to them rather than just talking down and to the right or something. So with that being said, this is what it would look like if you were to record a video. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Simpson. This is Colin over at John L. Scott. I wanted to give you a quick update as to what's going on with the price of your home. As I'm sure you've probably read about in the newspaper or seen on the news, home sales are a little bit crazy right now. We're seeing a lot of sales and very low inventory, which is driving prices up. So it's a very competitive market right now. It is great for sellers. Sellers are able to sell really quick, but it can be a challenging market for buyers. We're seeing lots of multiple offers and homes selling for much over asking price. I've gone ahead and pulled up some listings in your neighborhood here, and I'm going to go ahead and send you the link. If you look right here, you can see the list of homes that I have created for you, along with a map over here showing where they're all laid out. If you want, you can take a look at the pictures for each property here, or click on each property for more detail. If you have any questions, as always, I'm available to answer. You can reach me at 425-227-9200. Otherwise, just wanted to pass this along to you, and I hope all's going well in your world. Have a great day. Okay, how'd it go? Hopefully pretty well. This next screen is what you'll see when you are done recording your video. When you're done, you can watch it again by hitting the play button right here. You can retitle it if you need to. I'm going to go ahead and hit save my recording here though. And that's going to take us to the next step. Once your recording is saved, I can retitle it. I can add in a quick description. I can upload a different thumbnail if I'd like. We're going to go ahead and skip all that right now. And we're just going to hit save and say that we're all good here. When that's saved, we're ready to move on to the next step of our process, which is actually going to be creating the email for our video. So that's okay. Now that we're done recording, we're ready to move on to the last step, which is actually creating our email. To do that, we click this emails link up at the top of the screen. This can be done from anywhere inside of BombBomb. This is always going to be at the top. When I click the emails button, it's going to show me all the emails that I have ever sent out. In this case, we're going to click on new email. And a lot of times, BombBomb is pretty smart, and it'll use this little orange droplet to point you where you need to go. In this case, it knows we're ready for a new email, so we're going to go ahead and click on that. Now, BombBomb has a lot of flexibility. You can add your own images, you can create your own templates, you can do a lot with what BombBomb gives you. We're not going to go into too much detail into that though. We're actually going to use one of the templates that BombBomb already has for us. We're going to access that template by going to the Change Template button. Down here at the bottom, we also have a button that says For Real Estate. Go ahead and click that one. And there's a lot of different videos that we can choose from here. There's just listed, just sold, congratulations on closing. I'm going to scroll down until I get this one here that says Neighborhood Report. This is what I'm going to use for this one. So I'm going to click Choose, and it's going to load that template up for me. The first thing that we want to do is actually have our video embedded here. So we have a spot here that says click to add image or video. So I'm going to click on that. And over here on the left, it's going to allow me to upload or record a video or choose from my already created videos, which is what we're going to do. So you're going to click on the Choose button right here. And it's going to show me all of the videos that I've done. Here's the video that I just recorded. I'm going to go ahead and hit Choose. And it is now embedded in the email for me. We have a few more things we need to do here. The first thing is we need to change some of this text. Now notice here where it says headline text goes here and optional body text goes here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to be able to change that. But down here where it says profile, first name, profile, last name, all of that, we're going to be sure we leave that alone. It's very important that we not play with that because that's what's going to automatically fill in my name, my phone number, my contact information, all the things that I put in to BombBomb to start. So the first thing we're going to do here is come up with a good headline, like, how about hello, Mr. and Mrs. Simpson? That'd be great. If I know them pretty well, I might say hello, Homer and Marge. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm also going to go in here and I'm going to change this text. I'm going to change it to something that's describing what I'm going to be doing for them if they watch the video. So something simple like I have taken a few minutes to do a home valuation report. To let you know what homes like yours are selling for in your neighborhood. I explain more in the video. And you can click below for the full home valuation report. Please feel free to get a hold of me if you have any questions. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to insert here, click here, for your home valuation report. I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger with the toolbar up here. So it's already a 14. I want it to be a little bit bigger, so I'm going to make it a 16. I'm going to click here. I'm going to make it bold. Oh, you can't make it bold. Oh, there's the bold. Sorry. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this little chain link right here. And this is where we input the link. This is where we create a hyperlink. And in here, we are going to put this link from the MLS that we got earlier. That's this link right here. I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to paste it over here where it says link URL. That goes right there. I'm going to hit save link. I'm going to give myself a little bit more space there just so it looks a little bit better. And that's the body of our email. I'm going to scroll up again, and we are going to change a couple things here. First of all, the subject line I can change if I'd like. I'm going to go ahead and change this to your personalized home valuation. The pre-header is what is shown in the subject line after the subject line in inboxes. For example, if we look back here where it says Simpson Home Valuation, the pre-header will be this section down here. You can see it for the Seattle Times email. NFL Draft Day 1 is over. What do you, etc., etc. That's the pre-header. So I'm going to go ahead and put in here just something very short. One sentence is really all I need. Something like, hi, Homer and Marge. Here is your up-to-date home valuation report. And that's all I need. I don't need any more because they're going to see the rest of it down here. That's just a space filler. Then up here under the Save As, I'm going to change it. This is something I'm only going to see. The Simpsons won't be able to see this. I'm going to put in Simpson Home Valuation, and I'm going to, again, do today's date. So everything looks good here. It looks pretty organized. I think this is about ready to send. But before we send it, I'm going to click this preview link up here. When I click that, it's going to open it up in a new browser. And hopefully this will be, oops, I made a mistake. But I'm kind of glad that I did. This is what you get when you click preview without saving first. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. And I need to come back in here and I need to hit the save button. If I don't save, it's not going to work. So now it says email saved. I can come back here and click the preview button. And there's my email as I expected to see it. So this is going to be what your clients see. You can go through here. You can click on the link and actually watch the video if you'd like. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and just close this window. And I'm going to come back here and we're ready to send. Yeah, all I'm going to do here is hit send. And it's going to ask me to put in the email address here. So I'm going to go ahead and use my email address on this one just so we can take a look at what our clients would see. And then I'm going to hit the send button. Email sending. And the email is sent. Now in just a minute, because I sent that to myself, I should be getting an email here explaining that there it is. I have a personalized home valuation. I click on it. And this is what your clients would see. They see a neighborhood report at the top. They can click here to watch the video from you. They see your note, and then they can click here for that MLS report that we generated. Pretty cool. So that is the basics of how to do a BombBomb home valuation email. As always, I'm available for any questions you might have. I hope this helps, and good luck in setting your home valuation reports to your clients.